The host site of this year's Ryder Cup is Hazeltine National Golf Club outside of Minneapolis, Minnesota. What you'll see this week as played as the 7th hole is a par 4 measuring 402 yards or so. In the traditional Hazeltine routing, it's the 16th hole, but it's the 7th hole this week. Even though it's not an overly long hole, it has been described by Johnny Miller as possibly one of the hardest par 4s he ever played. What gives it its difficulty is some sort of interesting golf course architecture. The tee shot's played over Hazeltine Lake, which then abuts the entire right side of the hole all the way up to the green. But there's also a stream coming down the left side. So the landing area itself really has a double hazard feature. The green itself is angled quite sharply left to right as the hole's bending left to right. So the better angle of approach is from the left. The shorter route to the green is down the right. Not being an overly long hole, and depending on match play type conditions and what actual type match is being played, I think you could see people hitting a variety of different clubs off of the tee, as the residual shot into the distance into the green won't be that long. The green itself, though, is very tricky in that it is elevated above the elevation of the fairway, and it also has a step in it. So the target area zones of the green can be quite small. It further has fall-offs back down to that more fairway type elevation. So missing the green leads to a tough recovery shot. Hitting on the green but not in the right quadrant of the green leads to difficult two-putt. And then getting wild off the tee can easily bring a hazard into play. So it's a very interesting hole in my opinion, and it's a particularly very interesting hole for match play. And so I'll be real interested to see how folks play this hole, and I think it'll be particularly interesting to see how they play it in both the foursomes as well as the 4-ball, as I think you have a lot of different sort of strategic or tactical moves in the match play format. So look for the 17th. Those in Minnesota may notice the 16th, but look for a lot of interesting things to happen at the 7th hole this year at the Ryder Cup.